What ho there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to another. I was going to do a whole big intro, what ho, tally ho, pip pip, toodaloo, and marmalade, and I'm a little sleep deprived, so that didn't happen. And welcome to Sheepdog's unfair review of Sir, You Are Being Hunted. Yes, it's been released. And I realised I hadn't actually done an early access review of it at all, which is not like me, but I guess I did get Sir, You're Being Hunted pretty early. First off, let's do standard control options. There you go, control options, done. Graphics options, done. Game options, done. Someone requested that I show off the options bit, so I've done that now. To be honest, it's all right. I'm sure there are other people who the only time I'll really show off the graphics options is if I feel there's something missing that really should be there, and that is not the case in this game. So I don't particularly feel the need to take you guys through all the graphics options. Because I'd mention it if there was something I felt should be there, and that's the best I can do. If you feel that there's not something there that should be there, then make your own bloody review. Anyway, let's make a new world. So you can now choose your professions. Let's go back to I fucked it up. Let's go. There's the first start one. Honourable choice could show rags for bandages. You start with only that. The gamekeeper has large traps, alarm clocks, whiskey, hatchet, pliers, pipe tobacco, stick of dynamite, etc., etc. Fine piece of game, even. Inventor has a strange scanner, clock, train, and etc. The officer has just a whole load of fucking guns, basically. The cook has stuff for cooking. Mature Stilton. Huh. So there you go, there's that. And then you've got the artist as well, has a whole load of things. Basically, a lot of these things here are just to get high on. Well, drunk. Which is fairly... and this one is just getting drunk. So let's... well, if we start with the gamekeeper... We don't have to go with quite as much. Where's castle? There's castle. To be honest, I'm not going to be going into that far into it. So at the end of the day, it's not that important that I have every single piece. I'll just do a little bit of running around the north. The north? No, that's because it says north right there. No, I'll just be doing a little bit of sauntering around the central island. And basically what this game is it's kind of stealth survival fetch quest. Not in a bad way, to be honest. The way they've done it, fetch quests are boring because literally you just go from one point to the other, and for this, you have to search for mysterious fragments that do something. God knows what. I have no idea. I haven't gotten that far. It's quite a difficult game. And also, I'm shit at stealth. So, all of those add up to me getting repeatedly and regularly butt-fucked by evil robots, which is not as fun as it may sound. So, yeah, basically, it's a survival game. You need to eat, and you need to not die or not get shot, and etc. And it does what it does quite well. It's one of those games where it's really solid in its core concept. Your objective is to go around and gather pieces of the puzzle, and then.
Sir, if you can hear this,
skip that. There we go. Little bit loud, so I'm going to skip that. But basically, it's just setting the scene where it's you have to go and, there are robots out there trying to kill you. So yeah, basically, what you have to do, this is very useful. Oh no, this is a robot. We've got some... Ooh, I've got a pheasant.
Nice. Very useful. Now you can observe your pursuers while keeping a safe distance.
Okay, so... There we go. That'll do. So your objective is to go and find these. They've got a little bit of white smoke coming out, so you can see them fairly easily.
Excellent. You've found one. Return that fragment to the standing stones and leave it there. You'll be one step closer to home.
So yeah, you can put that in.
A few more of those, and we can activate the device.
And as you can see, in Central you have 5, including that starter one, and then 3, 3, 3 on all of the other islands. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 on all the other islands. A total of 16, not including the first one, which is basically free.
Forgive me, sir, but perhaps it's worth mentioning that your tweeds should keep you well hidden, provided you keep to the heavier foliage.
Yeah, so you can see in the bottom left you've got your visibility. If you crouch, the C button, and as you move you can see you're a bit more obvious. And then if you stay still in some foliage, let's go find some foliage. It's a bit more foliage. I stay still. No. So, like for example, you can see fully visible if someone were to look my way, but here we can be completely invisible. Great for attacking people with an axe, or you know, whatever else you happen to have to hand. Oh, and there are our hunters, the people who are trying desperately to fill my arse with buttshot. Not fill my arse, pepper my arse with. That's not much better. Shoot me. They're desperate to shoot me. You can see them there going through the fence. And the great thing about this game, fucking hell, I hate those balloons. The great thing about this game is just the pure setting of it. Oh, that's definitely coming my way. I keep wanting to press Alt. And you can see a few more of them over there. Okay, so these guys are arseholes because they're quite silent when you get right down to it. And they will basically give you a heart attack every now and then. When you think you're safe and you're crouched watching some robots, it will suddenly go over your head, spotlight you, turn red, and then start blazing a siren. Which will go scare the crap out of you, and then all the robots will come and see what the problem
looks
is.
like there's something useful in there. Oh, and if you find anything edible, don't look at it too closely.
Yeah, you know, it's very definitely Augur dead at last. Oh, that's cheery. But yeah, no, it's very much ever since I've played it, it's been in such a state that I enjoy it. In the sense of, you know, kind of like, oh, this is fun, you know, it's set the atmosphere. The atmosphere's amazing. You know, there's always this really oppressive feel of being hunted. And as time goes on, that becomes more and more prevalent until you're literally paranoid at everything. And you start, you know, it's not scary. It's not scary in the sense of, oh my god, that scared the crap out of me, I've got to change my trousers. It's oppressive. And for myself, you know, for my own personal preference, that's better. It's better, the whole oppressive feel, and you know, sometimes it's sunny and happy, and sometimes it's dark and fucking terrifying, and it's really well done. There is oh crap. There is a certain amount of okay. As I said, there is a certain amount of feeling, kind of, you know, like, well, it's very solid and everything, but for myself, there are more, you know, like a kind of a semi-crafting style would be great, you know, and that's the kind of thing I would have maybe expect in an update, but you know, some form would be nice on release. A food and water, even if you can drink from every water source in the map, food and water can be a great thing to have separately. And it's one of my main gripes with so-called survival games, is that they have a, you know, at least they don't have a food and water meter. You know, this is just vitality, so that does help things. You don't actually have to drink water at any point. It's more like alcohol, basically. It's just inviting you to drink alcohol a lot, as you can see here. Whiskey restores vitality, and so does canned pipe. And then you got a pipe and tobacco. Smoking kills. Who knew? So yeah, you can see there's a lot of sneaking about and fighty fight, and you can kind of get close and hear their conversation if you want. So there's a few different things you can do. Oh god, those lighty light. So for example, you can get them moving. God, are they coming? I think they might be coming. So you can distract them and then do that, or you can. There we are. Or you can put down a trap like I've done there. Get ready to ambush them. All sorts of things. So yeah, you know, this is basically the basis of the game. As time goes on, there do appear more. You should have really stepped on that bloody trap by now. There was a very funny. The video is still up somewhere, but there was a point where I stood on my own. No. There we go. Reload. Crap. There we go. Oh, so like when you fight them, especially when you fight them in especially when you fight them in melee mode. Well, if you fight them in any mode really, there's a fair height. Balls. There we go. Yeah, that's what you can catch yourself on a trap. So as I was saying, you know, I have occasionally caught myself on my own traps, and by occasionally I mean quite a few times. And there was one where it was extremely hilarious, where people laughed at me. So you know, there is a certain amount of ease to detect. Fuck. Yeah, so you know, there you go. I mean, this is what you'll be doing for the whole game. But there's but the vitality's done quite well. For a start, you know, you have to keep finding food, you have to manage your inventory, so you need to keep what you need, but you can't keep everything, and all that kind of thing. And let's see what this does. What is that? That would be dynamite. Don't even know if it killed anyone. So yeah, you know, now that I've got this, because my inventory is like that, so you know, I kind of need to go back, and there is a certain amount of you can do some hunting, in the sense of kind of killing animals and then cooking them on a fire. Only in specific places. There is no crafting. You know, there's no kind of fashioning tools and the like. So keep that in mind. You know, if you like a little bit of crafting in your survival games, this isn't one of those. This is more objective based. It's more kind of evade as much as you can. When you can't run, you fight, and that's how things quite often tend to go. bloody balloon scares me so much. I don't even want to run into it to show you what it's like. It's just kind of a pain. Here we go. It's kind of circling around my stone. So yeah, you know, it's you can see you've got different weapons. You can get guns as well, pistol, rifle, etc. You know, it doesn't. I'd say depending on who you are and how you feel about games, especially, it doesn't. You could make a case for it not being out of early access yet. But at the end of the day, when it first got in, just purely because it hasn't gone that far in grab it. It hasn't gone that far, you know. It hasn't made leaps and bounds from when it was first released to from when it was first early access to now. But at the end of the day, when it first came out and it was in early access, I played it and I really enjoyed it, and I spent, you know, a good mass amount of time playing and enjoying it. So, you know, I wouldn't say that.
We're making progress. You might survive this after all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't say that's a point against it. You know, some people may feel...
Be very observant, sir. Startled wildlife could help you to spot your pursuers. The eyes and ears of local fauna might be sharper than your own.
Yeah, so it starts giving you tips, and then it starts warning you when a few new types of enemies start appearing, which, let me tell you, some of them are pretty bloody terrifying. For me, anyway. I'm sure some of our more hardened horror fans won't have a problem with them, but myself, I find them quite terrifying. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to take it any further. I'll talk a little bit more about the game and try not to get spotted by that spotlight or by that roboto. So yeah, you know, this is the game. You have to keep going around, you have to keep finding, you have to keep getting food and supplies and etc. It really is very well done. You know, sometimes you get games that are very, very overly ambitious and they don't meet demands. This is a game that's gone, you know what? We want a game where you have to survive, where you are hunted, and where you have to gather stuff. And they've done it perfectly. For what it is, the game is perfect. The only kind of minor problem could be for some people. You know, sometimes I do think it would be nice to have a little bit of crafting, you know, be able to make my own weapons or whatever, or to have a few more enemies or whatever. But at the end of the day, what they've done here, they've done perfect. You know, I could honestly recommend this game just on the pure fact of the kind of setting, the feeling, you know, you get while you're playing it, the oppressive feel, the kind of the scenery and the atmosphere. It's all done really, really well. So I would be fairly I'd be fairly confident in advocating this game to you just based on those facts and not the actual gameplay, not the running and trying to survive and being hunted. You know, just kind of the scenery around is done so well. And it, you know, and the feeling of the game as well. You know, the narrator, he's brilliant. Like, he doesn't pop in all the time and be really annoying, but he comes in with a few little tips every now and then at certain points, and there's a little bit of, you know, kind of humour to it almost. We're going to hide in here, maybe. We might also get spotted. You know, if you get spotted by more than a couple of robots, you know, if there were like 3, I'd have no chance with my axe. You know, I'd get shot to crap. Like, running away, you get you know, they will hunt you, they'll chase you, and later on there's more enemies, some of which are even more of a pain in the arse than these guys. So yeah, you know, it's got everything you could need, and I don't particularly need to go any further in to the thing. Would I recommend it? Well, at the end of the day, you know, I don't like recommending games. I enjoy this game. I think it's worth the money. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether you want to get it, whether you want to see more reviews, whether you want to, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, it's up to you. All I can say is that I enjoy this game, and you know, if you enjoy if you enjoy what you've seen so far, and are thinking to yourself, I could get some real enjoyment out of this. You know, I love the way it looks, and I love the kind of oppressive feel and the ideas behind it and the kind of core concept. Then yeah. You know, if you're looking for a stealthy style game where you have to run around in the mist and the fog and the night and the day and you know and different locales, and yeah, it's not massively open world. It's quite contained within itself, but it doesn't detract. You still feel like you're, you know, running around these islands, and the feeling of the compactness of it. You know, it's not like they made it too big and you'll never see any enemies, but it's not like it's so small that you feel like you're seeing the same enemy over and over again. And again, they've done it perfectly. So this is, at its core, a very, very solid game. And there is a lot to recommend to this game, and there's not much that I can say aside from, I kind of wish they did this, but I don't mind that they didn't. That's the only really negative thing I can say about this, is, you know, sometimes I kind of wish they'd included a bit of variety to the. Where the fuck is that? Oh, he's over there. Well, anyway, there we go. Yeah, you know, the only things I can say is sometimes I wish. Well, that kind of gives it away as to what one of the enemy is. Sometimes I wish they'd add, you know, like a little bit of intricateness to the hunting, or, you know, add some slightly, you know, some base crafting and etc. You know, traps and all that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like that's extra stuff. You know, that's what I sometimes like to call floss. No, do I call it floss? Yeah, well, so, you know, something like that. It's making the game a bit extra, you know. But it's not necessary to the core game, especially in this case. So yeah, there you go, guys. There's not much more else to say except for I'd advise you to at least check out the game. Maybe watch a little gameplay, you know, things like that. It's even possible I'll do a mini-series, you know, whatever, at some point to just enjoy the game with you guys. We'll see. If you guys are interested in that, hey, let me know. But aside from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's my unfair review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.